Raw breed.
Yeah, put up or shut up, so I'm going in. Swim my patience with these haters now is growing thin. From MJ to John Jones on the Michael Phelps. We want the rings, the gold medals, and the title belts. Yeah, up and at 'em till we got it like it's nothing. Sports and money, only topics of discussion. Know that all that chirping gets you nowhere but a loud mouth. So you better come correct or you'll get fouled out.
Welcome to another episode of the Fouled Out Podcast. This is episode 11, Sunday, September 22nd.
That's the day.
I'm joined by Doug and Kevin. I'm Anthony.
What's going on,
And we got a new setup for you guys. Check this shit out. Pretty cool, huh?
What's up?
So now you can see all of our faces.
And it's laid out kind of how our logo is, where I'm in the middle, you got Doug and Anthony on each side. So now you can see all of us, yep.
Yep, you can see us all.
So my punishment this week sucked. We didn't really announce it, but to everybody, I had to go through the bed of Anthony's truck. I had to go through a touchless car wash. And I didn't know what to expect out of it. We have the video. I had a GoPro. It sucked. But I did it. I mean, it was cold as shit.
We're going to show that to you in 1 second.
It was pretty awesome.
We got a new Instagram name. We changed it from Fouled Out NBA to Fouled Out Podcast. Trying to bring the brand together, you know, because the website's fouledoutpodcast.com. Facebook, like us, YouTube, subscribe, all that stuff.
Do all that.
You got anything else, Doug?
Shout out Raw Breed for the intro music again.
Shout out to Raw Breed for the intro music.
Still love it.
Still good, still great. All right, let's get into this
video.
Let's get into this video for you guys.
All right, here we go, guys.
We know why you want to. We know what you want to see.
I'm interested how this looks, too. This is going to be kind of funny.
Here it comes.
I don't know why the hell I'm doing this. This is my challenge, I guess. I have to go through the drive-through wash of the car in Anthony's bed of the truck. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. All right, gentlemen. Oh, what the fuck? What's up, guys? I'm not gonna try frying my eyes. It's gonna come! Ah! Alright. What? Ah, here it comes! Oh, I just got soaped again. What's up? I just got fucking soaped all over. Laser wash 4000's coming, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here it comes. Oh, fuck, this time it got in my shirt. I got fucking soap all over me. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Here it comes. Fucking done. Oh, fuck! Here we go! Oh, that shit is cold as fuck! Ah! Oh, that shit is cold! Woo! No, there's more? Like these maneuvers? Can't touch me. Just gonna flip again? Yup, move this way. Woo! Yup. Untouched. Untouched. Alright, we're playing Frogger with it. Wait. No. I don't want to get fucking steamed. Brace yourselves! I got the big wind fucking tunnel. Oh, that shit is cold!
that sucked.
It was so cold. It was hot. It's nothing.
That was Kevin's challenge. What do you think?
That was good. I'm very happy.
All right, so if there was a problem with that video, we'll check it out, and then we'll upload it separately.
Yeah,
My little
that sucked.
computer
It
was
fun,
struggling
though.
with that, but it's a good video. I
Anthony
promise.
was playing the video 3 different times on 4 different formats and platforms. I mean, yeah. So let us know how you guys think.
Let
Doug
us
is
know.
close to fouled out. He has 2. Anthony has 1, and I'm refresh 0. In today's variety show, we're going to be talking about a little of everything. So hopefully we can get Doug to foul out. I'm hoping so.
So first things first, we need more entrants for our 2K giveaway.
Yeah, we got a lot last week.
Listen, we want to give 2K away. All you
For
have to
free.
do is go through whatever we tell you to do to get the free version. What is it actually?
You just have to comment.
All you have to do is comment,
Comment on YouTube.
and you
video.
could win the game.
Replay comments are happening too. Those are going to be entered.
Yeah, live replays. Those count.
Comment during the show as well.
Just comment, and you're in. And then once we have enough, you can win 2K. It's free. Sell it if you want. Play it. I like it. I've been
Yeah, I
busting
don't-
ass on
Do
it.
whatever you want with it.
I play a lot. And you can play with us.
Doug's trash.
You can play with Doug and Kevin, not me.
I am correct.
I'm just kidding.
But as you guys can see, we don't really have a big topic today, as the episode is called Variety Show. So we're going to talk a little bit about everything.
A little bit about this, a little bit about that.
You know, this, that.
All right. First, we got recent news in the league. Thabo Cephalosha. I wanted to say his name. So
He gets a foul for that. His
Tabo.
name is Tabo.
Whatever.
Damn, I was hoping you.
I guessed it before you
You
told
said
me.
Thabo.
That's how it's spelled. Thabo.
Oh, okay, yeah. You
Sign-
it's no foul.
All right,
But if
so-
that was Doug who did that, I would foul
That
him
counts,
out.
yeah.
He headhunts me.
No, but that's come on, Tabo.
I know NBA, yeah.
So anyway, Cephalosha
Yep.
signed a vet minimum with the Rockets. What do you
That's a good sign.
think?
I mean, he could play defense.
what position does he play?
He plays a shooting guard.
One of the best defenders in the league.
Yep, and then he got injured. And you know the cool thing? You know who probably recruited him? James Harden and Russell Westbrook, former teammates of his at the Thunder before they transitioned over. They probably know. Yep, they probably know how good Cephalosha was. So they
He's a vet. That's what they need.
and you got him for a vet minimum. You got him for $1 million. That's nothing. They have $1 million dinners.
Couldn't even give me for $1 million.
I mean, for NBA contracts, that's nothing. They got a freebie. Next on the recent news in the league, Curry, Lillard. I want to talk about those guys first. All announced they'd be playing in the Olympics next year. It says Clay also, but who knows how he will play because he gets back so late. And what I wanted to say about this is, who knows if they're gonna have their arms open for Lillard because he pulled out this year, and the person, I can't think of his name, who runs FIBA, said that he's not gonna forget everybody that pulled out, including CJ McCollum. Also, Lillard pulled out, plenty of the other stars.
They're also not going to go in with the same team.
We're not going to lose.
They're not gonna go in with the same team.
Let Curry.
Well, Curry didn't pull out, but Lillard was the controversy. I was hearing in news, were they going to let Lillard play? But he's done his justice. He's one of the best guards in the NBA.
I feel like if they need him, they're going to let him play.
Yeah. Yep. But I'm just saying, this is for controversy, that is in the news if they're going to let him or not.
Right.
So that was something to discuss.
And I agree with Clay. Who knows how he's looking or feeling or playing when he gets back.
I'll tell you what.
What did he do? Achilles?
Yeah. No, ACL.
ACL. Who was Achilles? Was KD, right?
Okay, so I've been playing with them guys on the 2K, and they are still disgusting. So at the starting lineup, goes Curry, Russell, Clay at the 3. So I don't know if when he gets back, they're going to keep that lineup, or if they're going to have Russell come off the bench and be the primary ball handler when Curry's not on the court. So they'll have 2 all-star guards. If you look at their lineup, Doug, I don't know if you have Curry over a 90, Draymond Green as a 90, Klay Thompson over 90. You have D'Angelo Russell like an 87. They have the best. What's going on?
I don't think Doug's plugged in right now.
Really?
I'm plugged in.
No.
It's just he's sitting online.
No, like you're not plugged in. I'm you. You're Kevin.
Oh, okay. So we don't have Doug plugged in at the moment.
Unplug it and plug it back in.
So they can.
There you go.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
we need a new cord.
We need a
Yeah,
new
the
cord.
cord's broke.
You got to be real soft with it today, Doug. You
Just don't
breathe
move
too
it.
heavy, that mic is gonna come falling out.
How the hell did I get this shit, Mike?
That's my mic, and it worked fine every single episode. The one time we switch.
So I don't
Better
know if we
believe
missed
throughout
any
the
of.
week I'm switching that mic back.
I don't know if we missed any of what Doug was saying, but
I'm sure they could pick up a little bit from you guys' mic.
yeah, whatever.
So back to what I was saying before the mic situation. If you've seen, the Warriors have 4 players starting over an 85. They have one of the better looking rosters when healthy on paper. And
how's their
2K.
bench looking though?
their bench is looking pretty damn weak.
Yeah,
So unless they put Russell coming off the bench, then
that's what I was thinking. And I don't know if Clay wants to play the 3. I don't know
that's what
where
I'm
it's-
saying.
that's-
Yeah,
that's-
he's big enough to defend the 3 and play the 3, but he's also such
coming
a great.
off an ACL injury too. Though.
True.
I mean,
Yep.
It'd be cool. I think if Russell came off the bench, it'd be a smart move. But he probably doesn't want to do that.
All right, going forward.
Going forward, we got Brooklyn Nets officially sold to Joe Tsai.
Size?
Tsai? You know this guy? Who's this guy?
Yeah, who put this in there? Because I
What
don't
is
have
this
shit
news?
to talk
What does this
about.
mean?
No, it's just news. I'm not gonna talk about it, but they
All
did
right.
get sold. He's now the
So-
majority owner and governor.
If you really care about the Nets, they were sold
To
some
Joe
guy.
Tsai.
Joe
To
Tsai.
Joe Tsai. He's a Chinese e-commerce guy.
All right, this is more important. Magic extend Markel Fultz early to the 20. Wait, what does it say?
2021 year.
Oh, they extended him early
Yeah.
until 2021.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a good typist.
Yeah.
They're taking a gamble with him. He's garbage, though. He's
Yeah,
been
that's a
garbage.
huge gamble.
He's the one who can't shoot, right?
I don't.
He
quite
can't do anything.
I don't quite understand that at all. I mean, maybe they see something in him, but I don't see it.
Yeah, he's pretty trash.
But watch him come and have like a bomb year, and then they're just brilliant for this. It'd be pretty dope.
I mean, that'd be awesome.
So
He's
we
definitely the
don't-
biggest bust in recent memory.
Yeah, he's trash.
Biggest of all time, huh?
No, not of all time, but he's a
Who's
bust.
the biggest bust of all time?
I don't know who the biggest of all
I
time
mean,
is.
recent time, Anthony Bennett, Greg Oden. I mean, those are the two that pop, and Bargnani.
Where did Bargnani play again? He was with like the Warriors, right?
He was with the Raptors. He's with the Knicks for
Towards
a year.
the end of his years, he was with the Raptors and Knicks, right? Or was Raptors the
I think
beginning?
Raptors was the beginning, but
yeah,
I'm not positive.
he
on that.
wasn't that bad, but he was pretty bad, right?
He was like a stretch big before stretch big was a valued thing.
I remember playing with him on 2K.
I thought he was decent. He had potential, but then he just kind of fell off hard.
Poor guy.
Who else would you want to see commit to the to next year's Olympics? Probably like just the main stars, right?
Well, yeah, I want to see I want Harden in there. If KD's healthy, I want KD healthy. He's probably not going to be healthy enough to be in there though.
No.
I mean LeBron, but I don't see him doing it.
I do.
He's
Because it'd be the last time, I think, until he's like 40 something, until, you know, it only comes every 4 years. I could see him doing it just to try to get the gold.
yeah, especially because they lost this year. Maybe he wants to just like be the guy to bring it back. I could see that.
Well, no, they didn't. I mean, they lost
I mean,
FIBA. They lost the
didn't-
World Cup.
yeah,
They don't really care
but
about the
USA
World Cup.
basketball has a tarnished name now because of that.
Yeah. Not for Olympics, though.
Still, USA basketball.
Those
It's
are totally...
It's technically
those
supposed to
are
be the
two
same
di-
team.
No, they're two different conversations, though, because
Well,
like
for
we've
every
talked
other
about...
for every other country, they're the same team.
Yeah, for us,
It's
though...
not really different. I mean,
Oh, it's completely different. There's not going to...
it's
There might
still
be
USA
one...
basketball though. Like
It might
it's
be,
still
but-
the team of USA basketball players.
I get what you're saying, but they're just different. Like, they're totally different because not
doesn't-
one player on this current roster, not one, might make next year's Olympics
But
other
doesn't-
than Kemba
Donovan
Walker.
Mitchell said he wants to.
Doesn't the FIBA World Cup affect your Olympics?
It
seeding
does
and
your
shit?
seeding. Yep.
Yeah, so it's the same team. It's just
It's-
we don't have the same players on the team, but it's
That's
still,
what I'm trying to say. We
it's
don't.
like if the Lakers had one team and then they played all their bench players. It's still the Lakers. It's just a
Yeah.
different team.
Agreed.
But okay, you guys aren't seeing what I'm saying. They're totally different because the players constructed is just it's from the A team to the bench trash players. You should like if you looked at the currently constructed roster of FIBA, it is so garbage. Half of those players would never have a chance.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
But
so it's just like it's like you said, other countries that is their team.
well, label
For us,
wise, it's the same team.
yeah, it's the name is the same team, but how it's run and everything is totally different. None of those players will be
Is
on
it
there.
the same coach though?
Same coach. It was Mike K forever, and now it's well, actually, is it? Doesn't Boeheim help coach
I think he's
USA
an assistant
basketball?
coach.
And then it was Coach
They
K.
probably bring in more coaches for the actual Olympics. I would imagine.
Yeah, they probably don't just keep it with Popovich.
Why did Coach K step down?
Don't know. That's a good
It's
question.
really old.
Yeah.
He's old.
So is Greg Popovich.
Yeah, that's true too. They're just as old as each other. Popovich's system just he didn't have the personnel. If he had the personnel that like other What am I trying to say? Like, they had the Olympic
I
personnel.
get what you're
Popovich
trying to
isn't
say.
going to lose the games.
Yeah, I feel like. Do you feel like his system fits in Olympic basketball type of thing?
Sure. What's his system?
I feel like his system is more.
He's not running the same system as he did a regular season.
Yeah, I guess you're right there.
And because like the 3-pointer's a little bit closer, everything's a little closer. What else we got? So we named it Variety Show. We don't have the big topics. NBA is so close to starting that it's only little shit that's happening. We've had preseason stuff. We've had FIBA. We've had the Summer League. We've talked about East versus West, who we think is going to be there. We've talked about basically all the top contending teams. We're contentless almost.
Yeah, we
got
got something else.
You got any teams you think are going to surprise people?
We've hit on this a bunch of times, but I think the Mavericks are going to be.
Mavericks aren't the surprise team for me. I don't think so.
Well, then the Mavericks will surprise you.
No, Mavericks won't surprise me. I don't think they're going to be that good. They might sneak into the playoffs, 8 seed. I think Celtics, people are counting them out. I think Celtics are going to be probably number 1 seed or number 2 with Philly. I just think that.
So the Bucks, what?
Yeah, Bucks 3.
I disagree there.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's a sleeper.
Yeah, I guess I'm sleeping on them. If that happens, good for you, but I don't see that.
I mean, so you got
We got it here in writing.
You got to think. How
Not
far?
writing.
How far?
The writing's
Okay,
on the wall.
how strong is the East? Very weak.
No, it's
Who are
it's
the
very
3
top
teams?
heavy, but
3 top teams in the East are the Celtics, the Bucks, and Philly. So to say any of them hits number 1, I guess isn't even that. That's not even a sleeper because Celtics are favored to be 2 or 3. So
I don't see them having a better record than the Bucks or Sixers. But I mean, that's just me.
yeah, I hear you.
All right.
All right, what do you
Jordan
think?
versus LeBron.
I don't want to talk about that.
Okay,
All
We
right.
could, but it's just like
How about LeBron versus Kobe?
it's
you
hard
could-
to talk
you
about
can't
that
even.
because Kev
You
loves
could
LeBron.
go. Well, it's not that. You could go Jordan and Kobe, but comparing 2 players at different positions isn't really like it's apples and oranges. If we did 2 centers, we could do that. If we did 2 small forwards, we could do that. We could do Kobe and Jordan because they are neck and neck basically. Kobe is the 1B and Jordan's the 1A of those guys. The
The
rings
shooting
are,
guards, yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. For shooting guards, they're 1 ring apart. Kobe has dominated, but my thing is for me, Jordan's better than all of them. Jordan's
Yeah,
the best player
Jordan's
to ever
the best.
play basketball, positionless.
How do you feel about LeBron playing in the Jordan era? Do you think he would be better or worse?
He'd be great.
He would be. He's
if he
physical.
could hand check people?
Yeah, he's
he could
physical.
be great. Especially early in his career, he would have been.
And the competition was weaker too. Like, yeah, Jordan, Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson. Those guys were all good, but like the role players at that time were kind of trash.
There was like the league was very top heavy. There was some really
It was
good
just
players.
like stars and trash.
It
There's
was
some middle
stars
of the
and
pack.
trash.
Like I mean, you got like players like not middle Rodman, but he's not like a superstar, but he's definitely a star.
Yeah, but he's one of the best ever at his
Yeah.
position. So like it's tough because like the trash teams were bad, and there's like 5 good teams back in the era. LeBron would have dominated.
I would love to see LeBron play back.
Same with like a lot like Shaq. He would have dominated any era. He's that physical, that big.
If you get a physically dominant player who knows the game, you put him in any era, they're going to be fine.
The most dominant player I've ever seen with my own eyes playing basketball is Shaquille O'Neal. There was nobody, and since I've been watching, that was able to do what he did. He could, every other guy, other big man, they looked like he was just the bully. He could do whatever he wanted when he wanted, dunk on anybody, take it to the rim. And when he was even real young and thin, he was flying through the lane.
He was bringing the ball up too when he was young.
Shaq was the most dominant to me.
I think he's the most dominant in NBA history.
No, there's
Dominant by like force, like a physical dominance, not like best player.
I was gonna say because Wilt was probably the most dominant. He was benching over 500 pounds. Wilt was doing crazy
me?
shit. Yes,
Yeah, he's a monster.
Chamberlain could bench over 500,
That's absurd.
and during a time period when like everybody else is under 6 foot and he's 7 foot, and he just dominated everybody.
So he was just a freak of nature.
So the KD Curry back and forth drama, I didn't see any. I thought they were supporting one another. What I've seen is they were really good teammates and whatnot. So I don't really know, or I didn't write that in, but we could talk about that.
Oh no! So KD just made some comments about like ISO ball in the Warriors system. He didn't like the way the system was played. I think the media's more digging into it than it really was. I don't think he was trying to take shots at him, but then Curry took a little shot back at him.
What did Curry say?
I don't remember off the top of my head. You got hungover, Doug, today, guys. So
Curry takes a shot. Doug doesn't know what the shot is.
there was shots back and forth.
All right, so we're looking for Curry and KD beef, right?
I don't think there was any. I think, like he's saying it, the media made it out more because they played great together.
He's typing Curry and KD beef, and beef jerky comes up.
Hey, man, that'd be a pretty good beef jerky.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that because they didn't. It was Kevin Durant and Draymond Green who had a big feud, and Draymond Green told him, "We don't need your bitch ass here to win" or something like that.
We did it without you.
But I didn't see Curry and KD like fighting back and forth.
It wasn't fight. It was more just like the media, essentially. But
and bring us back to the other screen though.
I think he was just saying. He was saying that regular shit. He's gone. Blah blah blah. He's on his own team now.
Yeah, they're still boys. They would still talk.
I'm sure you could pick little parts of it and make it sound like he's talking shit. But
that's exactly what
I'm sure he doesn't really care.
All right, I bought Syracuse. Let's talk about that for a minute.
Syracuse.
They look good.
That was the fucking. That was the DeVito we expected.
Okay, so let me think.
Except for the running, that was out of nowhere.
Week 1, we beat Liberty. Doesn't really count. Week 2, we got fucking scraped by Maryland. Okay, we got scraped. Week 3, we lost 33-3 to Clemson, but we had 4 red zone opportunities. We looked bad, but we weren't as bad as the numbers look to me.
It was a good bad.
It was a good bad because it could have went anywhere. This game, I seen Scott Van Pelt. He's the guy who's bald with glasses on ESPN, and he has his picks. He said that Western Michigan was gonna definitely beat Syracuse, and the line smelled like poo. He said at 4.5. He said give them. He was wrong about that, and we did get the DeVito I expected. I don't know what his QBR was, but he was slinging them. He barely missed any passes.
I need to look up the stats for that because he had like 400 yards, 4 touchdowns.
He was balling.
100-something yards on the ground.
You know what, though? Think about it. The week prior, they're facing the number 1 team, the championship defenders, and then next week you fight Western Michigan. It's a personnel difference, you know? Like, the game is going to come easier to you because you just fought the hardest competition.
All right, so...
What do you got for DeVito?
It's Syracuse.
There it is. All right, DeVito had... Oh, he didn't have as many yards as I thought. He was 27 for 35.
That's great.
287, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's the big part. No interceptions.
So if DeVito keeps playing like this,
fumble?
we can hit that marker of 5.5 Las Vegas has us at as a win total.
Yeah, Mo Neal looked like a stud too. 26 carries for 123 yards. It's 4.7 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns. DeVito had 85 yards and a touchdown.
Did you see Danny DeVito run that 60-yard?
Hell yeah,
that was nice.
Why haven't they been doing that the whole?
I know
that wasn't expected out of him at all. Either.
It was though. They know he had legs, but the thing is, they had running plays for Dungy. They haven't set him up yet. I watched every single game.
Those were straight Dungy plays too, where he fakes the pitch and he runs up the middle.
They should have been doing that.
Yeah.
But Dungy was crazy. He would try leaping you. He would, he would dive head first. Dungy had a different demeanor to him than DeVito has.
Did you notice he stepped up in the pocket this week?
He did, and we were talking about that the week prior. He kept turning in the pocket. This time he's stepping up in the pocket. They must have wrote his ass for doing that the last couple weeks.
Just Tristan Jackson had a hell of a game.
Tristan Jackson did only 6 receptions,
141 yards, 23.5 yards per reception.
Does Doug get
2 touchdowns?
Doug, you just interrupted the show with a selfie.
It wasn't a selfie. I'm promoting.
Was it a cute selfie? And then our defense, they got kind of blown up, but we won anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Our offense was spectacular. Our defense sucked, and they got to get it together.
I mean, they kept them to 0 in the 4th quarter, that's when it matters.
True. And we had a couple big turnovers too. You know that Cuse,
those turnovers were huge.
You know Cuse is
one
one
of
of
those
4.
Turnovers, we might have lost.
Yeah, they had 3 red zone opportunities we took away from them, I think.
Yeah.
And I seen something that Cuse is one of 4 teams actively in all of FBS that have we have like a 19 or some teen
18-game takeaway streak.
Yeah, and that's huge. That's huge. There's only a couple other teams that have them, so we're known for taking the ball over.
We were pretty high in the nation last year in takeaways.
20 something, I think I heard him say.
I don't know what the actual number was, but we were good. So let's hope this is a sign of things to come and not just a fluke.
Who do we got next week? I knew it, but I forgot.
Who do we have? Next week is Holy Cross.
Holy Cross. That's gonna be a crap game. We're gonna scrape them.
I've never even heard of Holy Cross as a football team.
I have, and we've played them before. I think. If not,
if we look at this, we got Holy Cross. That's probably a W. NC State,
that's a tough game. NC State always plays good at home.
but we can beat them. It wouldn't be crazy. Pittsburgh we can beat, but we always play close with them.
Yep, Pitt's always a close game.
Florida State we should be able to beat.
No, we shouldn't. Okay, that's the sleeper team in our people. They have some of the most 5 stars out of any team in all of ACC, and they just can't put it together yet. But I think Florida State's going to be. They might just womp on us. They're very good.
Well, even if we lose that, we're already at 5 wins.
So who else?
Possibly.
BC. That's a tough game.
BC might be tough.
Duke. I haven't heard anything from Duke. They were good last year and the last couple of years. They had Daniel Jones, right? That was their QB. So now they're fucking trash because they don't have Daniel Jones, who was their 4-year QB.
Louisville's still pretty bad, right?
Louisville played pretty good against Florida State yesterday. Watched the whole game, and they had a couple good runs. So who knows? We have a tough schedule. Wake Forest right now is 4-0. They're playing very well.
They are
Yeah,
4-0, but they don't have any conference games yet.
Nope. All in all, the ACC is stronger than I don't know. Actually, we're always pretty strong, aren't we? Like ACC is
one of the Power 5.
Yeah, that's definitely they're strong as shit. But they're better this year than they've been because Florida State sucked last year. I keep banging into this thing. Florida State sucked. Miami was really good last year. Yeah, it's going to be a good season for us. I think like 6 wins,
I have a question regarding
which is
we
not
can
a good
get 6.
season.
what's the turnover rate like? Do you see a lot of one and dones in college football?
You can't. I don't think, right?
I don't think you can. No,
No.
Because that's how it is.
I think you have to play 2 years.
I don't know what the rules are, but I don't think anybody plays as a freshman and then goes. I'm not sure.
No, you can't because people would.
Most people stay.
Yeah, Tua had the opportunity. I remember people wanted Tua, but he couldn't. He wasn't eligible for the NFL
There's
yet.
like a really big jump, and so most players will stay especially if they have a good coach.
Yeah,
And they'll try and get as good as they can before they go to the league.
that makes sense. Whereas in basketball, it's not like that at all.
No.
Yeah, basketball, a lot of one and dones, and they want to get rid of that
I
rule.
feel like basketball is more of
It's
talent.
definitely
It
trending,
is.
You know,
trending towards
if you got
getting
it, you
rid of
got
that.
it.
You have high schoolers that could skip college and go to NBA and playing with the grown men.
Yeah. Whereas football, it's a lot of technique and there's a lot of learning. You got hundreds of plays in a playbook.
Yeah.
Do you follow any other college football teams?
Do I know?
The only reason why I do is because I look through all the lines and I see funky lines and I go off that and I bet. Let's talk more football.
Did you take anything this week?
No, but I want to go. Okay, so there was 1 o'clock game I did like, and then there was 2 4 o'clock games. Let me see which 1 o'clock game I did like. Okay, I wanted to ask you about this, but you didn't answer. You didn't answer your phone, and I called you. Mm-hmm. Is Cincinnati is bad? They're bad, but are they as bad as what they're showing? Like
What do they got 'em at?
6.5. I seen it as 7 earlier. I don't think they're that bad, bro. I think the Buffalo Bills only beat the Jets and Giants, which
Here's
is
my
trash.
thing. The Bengals defense is awful.
Okay,
So the Buffalo has a good defense.
they have a good defense for sure. I
and
agree.
they have an okay offense. So in that regard, Buffalo should score they're at home. This is their home opener. They should be able to score all up and down the Bengals. And the Bengals offense isn't that good that they're going to be able to score against one of the top 5 defenses in the league.
Okay, so that's where you see the 7. I look at it like
I would
this.
not be surprised if Buffalo destroys them.
And that could happen. I look at it like this. They're the fucking Bills, and I cannot trust them minus 7
That's
points.
true. Josh Allen can throw 4 interceptions.
I was just, like Josh Allen's stats this year. He's got 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Okay, keep in mind it's only been 2 games. But I mean, Dalton's not throwing that bad. 4-1.
Dalton's
You
throwing really
said
well,
he was
actually.
you said he wasn't looking too bad, right? Like, the game 1 he was playing against San Francisco.
Yeah, but I think they have a bad offensive line.
Okay. So they lost to Seattle, and they lost to San Francisco, who's been tearing it up offensively. I don't think those losses, I think they were going to lose no matter what. I think the Bills, I don't know. I just think they could do it. That's why I called you and asked. I don't want to bet that one.
I try to stay away from the Bengals and bets.
I like
they're real fluky.
I don't like favorites. I usually always am an underdog better. I do not
I don't mind
trust
favorites.
the Giants. I don't know. I don't like favorites anymore. I like the plus
You don't
points.
trust the Giants?
No, I like Tampa Bay. And Jameis Winston, you said, is fucking
Are the
hot
Giants
garbage.
favored?
No, Giants are underdogs by 5.
I was going to say, there's no way that the Giants are beating
And this is the
Buccaneers.
Giants season on the line, people are saying.
Bucks are at home, right?
Yeah, Bucks are at home.
Yeah, I mean, there's one of 2 ways this goes.
Winston does
it
a
goes
terrible
how,
game.
No, it goes how we all think it's going to go, and the Bucks win because the Giants are playing Daniel Jones, so they have no idea what's going to happen. Or Daniel Jones comes out balling, throws 5 touchdowns.
That would be a stretch.
And he proves everybody wrong about his draft pick.
Winston
his
is
draft position.
hot garbage.
Oh, yeah, James Winston.
2 touchdowns. And
think it's
I've
horrible.
seen spurts where he's just good, but his decision-making is trash, and he'll just throw it and just that's an interception.
But they have a good coach,
Yep.
and he wins them games.
Yep. So, okay, there's a couple other funky teams. And Miami and Dallas, I don't want to touch it, but I just want to go over that. It's a 22.5-point spread. Doug,
That's the highest
this is
spread
the
I've
first
ever
time
seen.
in there's 2 NFL games in the same week in 40 years, 30 years, that there's been over 20 points. The team is favored by. This is professional football, and there's a team favored by 22.5. I think that's
3 touchdowns.
insane. I think
And it's 3
That's pretty
touchdowns and then some.
yeah, I wouldn't touch it, but you have like Dolphins is the play, right? Even though they're tanking, like 3.5 or 3 touchdowns and some change, or no?
I
Is
don't
it
know, but
Dallas easy?
You could have a freaking awesome teaser with the Dolphins and the Jets.
Oh my God, plus 32.5. If you did the 10-pointer, you could have them 32.5, and you can have the Jets 31. You have to take that,
You
right?
have to.
Like, and if they lose,
But it's,
okay,
it's possible that they don't.
it
they
is
don't
true.
cover that.
It is true. You gonna watch any football today?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
Who did you decide your team was? Can we get this out there for everybody now?
I
Episode
feel like
11.
I say a different team every week. So.
Yes,
Alright.
but we're gonna get you down on one
Episode
team.
11, I will change the name of the show to whatever team you pick.
Okay.
You did? Did you like the Ravens? You said or no?
Oh yeah, that's the team I picked. The Ravens. Are
That's
they
a good team.
That's awesome because the Ravens are on the up.
Yep.
Yeah. Look at me.
No, don't change it to the name. Though. Don't change it.
Wait, Doug is a Ravens fan.
All right. Couple
Doug
more.
likes the Ravens.
I
So
like
if
the
they go to
logo.
the Super Bowl, you didn't bandwagon because they've
Nice.
only won 2 games.
We might as well just go
Nice.
through the list. There's not. I mean,
We can talk about the games that we put on the that little graphic.
Oh yeah. the little game to
Actually, I
watch.
kind of plan on doing that.
well,
I
we could do
forgot.
that, or we could just go through because we're already 4 teams in, 5 teams in.
Yeah. Just,
Okay,
uh,
I'll throw another one out there. Denver and Green Bay.
I just
We
wanted
talked
to
about
have
that
it
a little
to
bit. The
look
little
at.
Flacco bust down.
Yeah, I don't think. What was the line on that?
It's
8?
7.
7. I don't know, man. That's a tough one to bet.
That's a
I
stay
could
away
easily
or
see
Green
that-
Bay for me.
I could see that going really close. But Green Bay's been playing really good. Broncos been playing really bad.
Doug, look above your head on the camera.
There's no
I'm looking at it.
reason.
What are you doing?
Please don't dump water on
I
me.
wouldn't. I just didn't know if you would notice. How come you didn't say anything? I was just like, I was looking
I
in
didn't
yours.
notice.
You didn't?
You have severely hangover, Doug, today.
Dude, Doug is fried. If you could see him, his eyes, they don't open right now.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, this is really small.
And Anthony's graphics look like a
And what's
fucking,
going on here?
Like that is like the first
loading.
project I made on PowerPoint. Like,
Ant's trying to be a graphic designer.
Leave my
Stay in your
graphics
lane,
alone.
Ant.
all
Ant,
right?
can you show them what we
Your
got?
Dude, they already saw it. It's on Facebook.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you could flash it over, flash it back.
I was so proud of it that I put it on Facebook.
I
You guys
like
are
it.
just
I could see
trashing it.
Ant changing the font
I-
now, and
I see the hidden gradient in there still, and it makes me cry.
Leave my gradients
It
alone.
hurts.
All right.
all right. But hold on, Ant. Before we go through all that,
Well, I'm not going to go through anything other than what you said. I just wanted to have them in front of me.
Okay. Denver, Green Bay. You said you would go Denver on that, right? If you were to take it, but it's a stay away.
I think the Packers definitely win, but I feel like the Broncos can cover that.
So the right side is the +7 because there's a chance the Broncos could win, and covering 7 is easier doable than just winning.
I don't think there's a chance the Broncos win.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Field goal game or no?
I just think Aaron Rodgers is so much better than Joe Flacco.
Wait, so much better. Like
And the Packers' defense is just as good as the Broncos.
okay. So yeah, there's no way Broncos are winning that unless
I
some
mean,
fluky shit happens.
The Broncos' defense has been playing bad, I should say. They have, on paper, they have a great defense. So
Atlanta, Indy. Indy's -1.5.
that game I hate.
Do you? I feel like I can't get a good read on the Colts.
I can't get a good read on either of those teams because the Falcons looked terrible in week 1, and then week 2 they beat us.
I called that. Falcons at
Yeah, fuck
home.
you.
Falcons at home are very hard to play. Matt Ryan does significantly
Well, it's
better.
so loud in there.
Is that what it is too?
It's
That
like
is
playing in the dome.
that's one of the nicest stadiums too on TV. The Mercedes-Benz Stadium
yeah.
or whatever. It looks so fucking sick. You've been there?
I've never been there. No.
Okay.
I've never
So
been to
that's a
Atlanta at all.
stay away. Baltimore KC. Wasn't that line 8 or has it been 5?
Baltimore earlier this week it was 6.5.
Wow. It's went down to 5 and I could see it go down even more. I could see Baltimore winning that game.
Absolutely.
I think, like we were talking about earlier, Baltimore's defense is legit.
Go Ravens.
Go Ravens.
Hashtag Doug.
Do the bird.
What?
Do the bird.
Do the bird?
No, we get a big bird. Don't we get
All
a
right.
raven. All right, no raven.
Um,
I just want to see Doug
I'm
start
not that big of a
flapping.
fan yet.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be.
I don't even know if they
I think
do
it's
that.
gonna be like.
I just wanted to see the bird.
I think this game is gonna be just like Rams Chiefs last year.
Yeah,
Where
you
it's
were
like
saying
there's
that.
a game during the regular season that's better than any of the playoff games.
I had on one side I had Tyreek Hill, on the other side I had Goff, fantasy football, 2 players left because it's a Monday night, 80 points I'm down. They each get 41 points, and I win that.
Did
night.
you watch the NFL films of that?
No, I didn't.
Oh my god, it's so good.
That game was so good, and it lived up to all the hype. Like
Yeah.
all the points scored.
So I'm curious if this is gonna be like that or.
It's gonna. Lamar
gotta be,
Jackson
right?
It's gonna. Lamar Jackson's been balling, and you know
the
what you're
Ravens
gonna
are
get
too
from
good
Mahomes.
to not perform against the Chiefs.
Yep. I could see it like 40 something to high 30s.
But you gotta think the Ravens also only beat the Cardinals by 6.
That's true too. And the Cardinals are.
I still don't, the jury's out on the Cardinals, man. I don't know if Kyler Murray is legit or not.
We
He throws some nasty balls.
going further, Oakland and Minnesota. That went up a point. Minnesota is now favored by 9. It was 8 earlier this week, right?
Really?
Is it? Was it 8?
What am I looking for?
You are looking for Minnesota and Oakland.
Why can't I not find them? Oh, there it is.
It's like the fourth
I
one
was
down.
looking for Vikings Raiders, not Minnesota.
and it was
Oakland.
8.5.
It's 8.5. Yeah, it was.
Okay, so it's down to 8, or it's up to 9.
I'd take Raiders all day.
Okay, you would take Raiders, but I think the Vikings are going to smoke them because the Raiders aren't going to be able to score on them, and over time the Vikings are just going to put up
Yeah,
points.
I mean the Vikings defense is pretty legit.
So that's all.
Kirk
That's my
Cousins
thought.
is still
9
a good
points is just
quarterback.
too. I don't like all those high. I mean, I would be in your shoes too. If I was to bet, I'm going to take the
9
Raiders.
points,
9
though?
points. That's a
The
lot.
Raiders are pretty scrappy.
Yeah, they are.
Like they held the Chiefs to no scores in the second half of the game they played against them.
And that sounds unrealistic. Like nobody's doing that. Chiefs are always on high fire.
Like
I can't
the
even
Chiefs
talk.
only played one quarter. Like they only scored in one quarter basically.
Detroit, Philly.
But the Raiders' offense is also a little sketchy.
What? Damn, that line moved.
What
Do you have them at on there? They were 5 or 5.5,
Right?
right?
I'm at 6.5.
You had them. You had Lions plus 6.5. Bro, it's down to 4. I'm telling you,
because the wide receivers are out.
it's got to be. But I'm telling you, I should have bet that before I even knew the wide receivers were out. I told you I like Detroit. I think Detroit is.
Could have taken it on this parlay.
What's that? I should have.
Probably still can.
Should have. Detroit, I think, is the move.
I hate it. but
There's
yeah.
other reasons now, too, that you're given that players are out and whatnot. But I watched Detroit's first 2 games. The tie against the Cardinals at 17s, and I watched the win last week 13-10. They can't score for shit, okay? They aren't scoring. But Stafford is a fire quarterback. You know, it's hard to say that because he hasn't won too much, but he's solid as
I mean,
fuck. And
he's
he's been
good.
his whole career.
Marv Jones is good. Kenny Galladay is good.
And their defense is
Kerryon
looking
Johnson's
good. They
good.
got this 3rd year with Matt Patricia now, or 2nd?
Second, I don't know.
Either way, I think that they're starting to come together. I think Detroit Lions win this one outright. I don't think they need the points, and we're gonna see.
I hope Stafford balls out, throws a million touchdowns to Kenny Galladay,
But
but the Eagles win.
the Eagles win by
Because that will
anything.
win me a lot of money.
Wait, who do you have in your parlay?
Today?
Jesus Christ!
I don't have a parlay. I got FanDuel.
Okay.
I kind of.
Who do you got for your FanDuel?
Who do I have total?
Yeah. Like what? Okay, so break it down for me a little bit.
Do you
How
play
many
multiple
people?
lineups?
So the way I do it is I'll pick one.
We're
Down
dropping
Rose
shit. We're smashing stuff.
I'll pick one good lineup that I think is going to be the best lineup I can possibly make,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll enter that into 2 to 3 contests. Because like I've thought about, trying to make multiple lineups and have multiple avenues to win, but
Right.
if your first one is the best one and the other ones suck, then you just lost out on all those other ones. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like I'll put my money on that this lineup's going to be good, rather than trying to spread it out. Because then, if it is good, I don't have to worry about the other ones.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean?
I do the same thing for
I just keep
basketball.
smacking this. I'm not used to it yet.
Yeah, it's a new position for you.
Yep. So
I'm playing.
let me hold on. Let me ask you something. How many people are in this fantasy FanDuel or DraftKings?
I'm doing FanDuel, and I'm doing 3 3-player contests. I found
Three player con. So you pick three players. You have a budget.
It's just 3 3 entrants.
Oh, you're doing.
So it's me versus you and you.
Okay.
We all put in $25. Winner takes 67.
Okay.
And I found one where the same people were in it. So it's just
Nice.
the same 3 people. So if I beat them in one, I'll beat them in the other one. You
Do
know
they
what I
have
mean?
the same lineup? You think? You
Probably.
can't see until it starts.
You
but-
can't see them, but I don't know. I think my lineup is scary.
Why did you pick that one? Did you just do it just because, or did you?
I like to play those 3-man ones because every time I've played them, I've won.
Okay.
I mean, you only got to beat 2 people.
Yeah, that's true. Didn't you do
You
really
know?
good in one of the entrants though? You got up to
I
like
did one-
195 or something.
I did a 100-person one, and I got 6th place, which won me $125. That was pretty good.
Ant knows his FanDuel. He's positive both weeks so far, right?
It's just a
That won
FanDuel prodigy.
$200-something.
Cool. Last
But,
week I went 4 for 5, by the way, on my bets. Did pretty good.
All right, guys. I'm giving you gold right now.
Take
If you want
notes.
to win money on FanDuel, here's my lineup. Matthew Stafford at quarterback.
I like
He
it.
was cheap. I think he's going to pick apart our secondary. Chris Carson against the Saints at home. Austin Eckler because he's been dominant. DK Metcalf against the Saints because the Saints have a bad secondary. He's been the guy to go to.
Metcalf is just fucking huge too.
He's huge.
He's huge.
And they keep throwing the ball, so. And he was cheap. Kenny Galladay to go with Stafford. Tyrell Williams is my 3rd wide receiver.
Where is he?
That one's a little bit sketch. That's Oakland against Minnesota. But he was super cheap, and I needed somebody cheap.
Gotcha.
Mark Andrews against KC because he's number 1 tight end. Sammy Watkins against Baltimore. I think it's going to be a slugfest. I had to get somebody on each side of that. And Patriots defense against the Jets because, obviously.
They're gonna shut the Jets out.
Yeah.
That's a
That's
good
like
pick.
guaranteed 10 points.
Oh, we didn't even talk about AB getting.
Do we want to stop talking about him?
accept a call?
Sure. From who?
Joe Tallone's calling in.
For the show?
Let's get him
I don't know.
live.
I don't know if he knows we're
get him
still
live on the
Yeah,
show.
I got something to say to Joe.
All right, let's get him live on the show.
Our first phone guest, folks.
Hey, you're live on the Fouled Out podcast.
Hey. Hello.
Hello.
What up? Listen. Wait, what?
Make sure.
What are you doing?
I said you're live.
Make sure he knows he's live.
You're live on the Fouled Out
That's
podcast.
cool. It's on podcast.
Hey, Joe.
Yo.
I like the Lions today. Why shouldn't I bet them?
You like the Lions today? Why shouldn't you bet them?
Yes.
I don't know, man.
Awful
I don't
guest.
know. I mean, it's kind of it's one of those things. We're just gonna see. I mean, there's a lot of offensive weapons down for the Eagles. I mean, but the link's gonna be loud. Matthew Stafford's actually gonna get pressured. I mean, I don't know. The spread's what, 6 or 7?
It's down to 4.
Oh, Jesus.
I should have
That'll
took him.
show you now.
I liked
Yeah.
him. I liked him at 6.5 earlier this week. I should have took him. Now it's
I
4.
don't know.
I still like him.
I mean, they probably come with 4.
All right. What did you call me for?
I can't ask now. It's me too embarrassing. So you guys. Can talk to
Wait, can we hear it? Can you embarrass yourself for Fouled Out podcast?
Goodbye.
He's gone.
Damn, Joe. All right. Well,
That was our first ever call-in viewer.
and that wasn't even
was
for
not
a
viewing.
viewer. That was literally Anthony's personal call we accepted. But he had some sports facts.
I mean, it's
He
true
did
that
better than
Stafford-
I did today.
Stafford will have some pressure. I didn't really even think about that.
Will he?
Yeah, I mean, our defensive line's good. We always put pressure on quarterbacks. But yeah, that was my FanDuel team.
Let me see what else we got here. I don't know if there's any other games. Oh, okay. Carolina, Arizona. That's +2. Carolina's been dog shit. Cam Newton looks trash, but
I like Cardinals.
you do like Cardinals?
Oh, I like Cardinals a lot.
Okay.
So we got some feedback on our first phone call.
What's our
Couldn't hear
feedback?
him at all.
Who was that?
Couldn't hear John's phone at all.
all right. We'll have to work on that. We'll work out those
We'll figure
kinks.
something out.
We're
We'll
never
get
doing
a-
that again.
We'll get a phone that's
Nope,
directly
we should never
connected.
do that.
Never again. We'll get him. We'll get an inline in the computer.
And the last one I want to talk about, how old the rest of them?
Hold on, the Cardinals Panthers, man.
You're stuck on that.
Cardinals are gonna destroy them. I think.
Really?
I think Cam Newton's awful. He's not even playing, right? Kyle Allen's their quarterback.
Is that who's going to play? Wow. I wonder
So
if he's
they're
going to
gonna lean
retire.
on-
He came in the same year as Luck. I wonder if he's done too soon.
He might be. He's trash. But I think they're gonna lean on McCaffrey, and it's not gonna work.
I keep looking at my phone just because I'm looking at ESPN Sports Center stuff. So if you're like, why is he on his phone? I got all my facts here. These guys got their laptops. I just bring my laptop.
Yeah, I keep getting a lot of static in these headphones. You think that's going?
If your phone is near it, that's what it is.
Oh, maybe it's because you keep lifting your phone up.
Oh, that could be it.
Yeah.
Static.
It doesn't show up on here though. It's just
Okay.
through this. Anyway.
That's about all I got for you guys today, but we could keep going. We could go off the top.
Bang the Cardinals, man.
Doug is lucky. He barely had to speak today. He's hungover. I wanted to follow him out.
Hey, this was the whole idea, you know. Oh shit.
Kevin's
wanted
always
to
headhunting me.
We wanted to keep Doug.
Oh,
alive.
No, you're just so close, and now we're not going to have a video for at least 2 weeks for followed outs, right?
I'm not going to talk anymore because I'm skating through this episode.
So we do need to go through next week. The show will not be live
Why is this?
because I'm going to be in New York City, so we're going to have to pre-record it.
Okay, let's go live day or Saturday.
I'll be gone Saturday.
Ant's bailing on us.
All right.
Oh, we can record throughout the week at some point.
We
and
could
then just
record
post
it somewhere this week,
Maybe it'll work better. And then
Wait,
we'll
when
never
do you
see
get
guys
back?
again.
Monday.
Okay, let's just go live Monday. What's one day difference? Why
That's
do it
true.
early? Let's just go. We've done it on a Monday
We
before.
can do Monday or we can do.
That was a great
Friday.
episode.
Either one,
Wasn't a great
but it won't be
I've
on
never
Sunday.
watched one.
If you're
Never
wondering.
watched an episode.
Never.
Who are you, Kev?
All right, guys. This is the Fouled Out Podcast.
Wait,
Are we done?
Are we done? Or are we just
Yeah,
gonna freestyle off the top?
12:50. We're done.
Okay, I didn't know.
I want to go watch football. I don't know about you guys.
I hear you. I do too.
I don't want to end yet.
Wait, what time is that Lions
Also-
Eagles game?
I got it's at 1.
Fuck!
Oh.
I'm not gonna have time to. That was the one that I was pissed off about because I'm not gonna be able to bet it. Sucks.
Sorry.
All right, so if we're done, I'm going to go take a nap.
Good
Guys,
night,
gonna
Doug.
take a nap. Subscribe to our YouTube. Comment for a chance to win a copy of 2K.
Comment now.
Any console you want.
If you're watching this, comment now.
Hey, if anybody's watching this, do you know if you could live bet at the Turning Stone like you can at other places on timeouts, commercial breaks, anything? Comment in quick, like now, because if it's so, I'm gonna make my way to Point Place and wait for a timeout and then go Lions heavy.
I feel like there's a better place for you to get this information.
Yeah, I don't think.
Is there?
I don't think this is this place.
It's not.
your avenue.
Our viewer? Why? How not? We literally just got done talking
Okay,
about sports betting.
maybe somebody knows. All right.
Maybe somebody knows.
Instagram Fouled Out Podcast. That is the new name. Fouled Out Podcast.
If you're reading it on screen right now, that is incorrect.
If
We
you
will
look
change
at
it.
Doug on screen,
Nobody
he has
can see
bunny
that.
ears. Doug, can you see?
Oh, down here. Oh yeah, we got to
Doug,
change
you
that.
see?
I
You like
see,
this?
I see this. I look good.
Facebook, like and share our stuff. Fouled Out NBA.
Invite all your friends to like us on
Go
Facebook.
to our website,
Huge biceps.
fouledoutpodcast.com if you don't want to look at anything else. And you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts.
Wherever you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Just search Foul.
We are the podcast. All
That was
all right.
aggressive.
That was aggressive.
I-
All right,
Goodbye,
goodbye, friends.
everybody.
Honestly wish you didn't do that.
Yeah, we're signing
Ruined
off.
Thanks
me.
for watching.